Everybody, welcome to Dad Challenge Podcast. It's Josh. Look at this sweet gift I got. So I've teamed up with a good buddy of mine. His name is Matt, and he actually owns a company called Chicago Steak Company. It is the best place to get steak in the U.S. and they're now shipping to Canada, if any of you are from Canada. But so make sure you head over to mychicagosteak.com to check it out. He actually made me a Dad Challenge pack. So come on, take a look. I'm going to put up. This is how it comes. I wanted to show you. Come a little closer. All right, so this is how it comes to you in the mail. It comes. This came yesterday, actually. I was working. Just wanted to show you how it arrives. Ooh. Comes with dry ice, frozen, ready to go. Here we go. Come take a look. This is the Dad Challenge pack, which we're gonna enjoy with the dudes later. So what you got are 2 fillets, and this is prime. 2 prime fillets and 2 prime New York strips. Look at the marbling in those steaks. The thing you need to know about the steak is that I'm not being paid by Matt to do this, okay? Matt is like a good buddy of mine. If you know anything about Bromark cards, Matt is actually the first guy that ever received a Bromark card because he was the guy we were looking for something for. And he was the guy who inspired it. He didn't come up with the idea, but I did. But he is the guy that got it. So Matt's been a good friend of mine for many, many years. He's a super cool guy, and I love supporting and helping friends. And it's called Chicago Steak Company, if you can see that. Okay, and Mark and I have worked with them for years. We've done videos for them over the past just because we love them. And he sends me steak, and I said, Matt, why don't you hook me up with a Dad Challenge pack? Something that's kind of affordable, but the reason I'm telling you guys about this is because you need to have this steak. If you've never had a Chicago steak, it's nothing like the other guys. They don't inject. This is USDA prime steak, so it's like amazing. When my wife and I go for steaks, we always get filet mignons like this, and there's like $100. So I think the deal is, if you head over to mychicagosteak.com, it's gonna be $150 for these amazing USDA prime steaks. That's not for everybody. I'm gonna be giving a couple of Dad Challenge packages away in upcoming contests, so stay tuned for that. I don't know when it's gonna be. It's gonna be awesome. So head over to mychicagosteak.com to get these at a reduced rate. Matt is hooking me up. I'm serious. Like, he's hooking me up, which means he's hooking you up. Get over there, support my good buddy, support people of the DCP. Matt's a dad. He's a Dad Challenge guy. He's a good kid. So head over to My Chicago Steak and get that. I'm teaming up with these guys because I want you guys to have really good steak. And if you enjoy steak, just give them a shot. Let me see what you think. Okay, and then if you buy steak, you let me know, and I will walk you through how to make these properly. Okay, so stay tuned. We're gonna be cooking these bad boys up. Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name is Josh, and it's a new day, and it's gonna be some fun. We're gonna snark, and we're gonna talk about Love Meg again. There was a video I was trying to dismantle a little while ago about how she manifested her dream house. And so I want to talk about what that means and how utterly bullshit it is. Because she didn't manifest these last 2 PPP loans. We're going to talk about those as well. But before we get to that, we got to dance, we got to throw a ball, we got to do this fun. Let's do it.
Yeah, baby.
Corey Hrushak. I just broke my lights. Damn it. You get another one, Corey. Dang it. Sorry. I suck. But let's do YouTubers.
Yeah, baby.
Stephanie Willow, a new one. Holy sh! It's like because I haven't done it in a couple days. Holy! Let's do this.
like we had been like it's like at this like you would these like massive like people are like it's like why are you like this like I was kind of like 16 like when like they were like they were like was like I count like for like elf like I'm like I'm totally like just like it's like it's good. I was like it's just like said like I was like it's just like I feel like that was like sign for me like I and was like we were like it was like kind of like when we was like trying to like everything like were you just like through just like no like I can't no like really like I feel like it could like that thought like
if you didn't know who Love Meg, she's a like a cleaning YouTuber who uses her kids sometimes. She's just actually along the lines of the family vloggers that are the most problematic. She's one of the least problematic ones because she does a lot of just cleaning. Her kids are just kind of like in ads. So it kind of makes it worse though because she only brings her kids out when it's time to do an ad, which is crazy. But she got this video here about how so she calls How I Manifested My Dream House, Law of Attraction with Proof. Let me just, spoiler alert, it's bullshit. But the reason we do talk about Love Meg a lot is because like her and Micah and a bunch of other people, they took PPP loans. If you don't know what the PPP loan is, it's a loan that the US government gives out to small businesses who are going to have to shut their doors or lose lots because of the pandemic, right? My argument is that these family vloggers didn't need to take this loan because they work from home and they put their shit on a video and made more money than they've ever made before during the pandemic. So why did Love Meg take $32,500 on the first line of PPP, right? She got ratioed for that. She doesn't care. She just stayed silent on it. She's not going to talk about it. And then here comes the next one. Hickman Productions, $31,700. Love Meg took $64,000 from the government and doesn't have to pay it back. And who is she paying? Herself. She is her employee. Her husband is likely her employee. That's what's happening here. That's why this is bullshit. And so now we're going to go along the second line of PPPs because Micah took it again. A bunch of other people took Bonnie Holine or whatever her name is. She took another one. These people are taking this money. And the problem is that it's taking money from those who actually need it. And that's why it's got the world pissed. Love Meg has cheated her way to where she's gotten here. By taking money from the government she did not need. These wealthy and took something like 16 vacations or something. It is crazy. And so we are going to continue to snark on Love Meg because she deserves it. The reason I want to talk about this law of attraction one, I've started this one before. The reason I want to talk about law of attraction because she's trying to say like, look, I attracted this success, okay? But the case is, these family vloggers, you just got lucky. You just got lucky. Anybody can do this. Any effing person can do this, okay? Wear ugly pajamas and sit in a bathtub and then, vacuum the side of your bed. Anybody can do this. She just happened to get in when it was right, okay? And so the law of attraction bullshit, let's break it down. So let's get into this video. Let's snark. It's going to be some fun.
All right. Where do we start?
I'm in a bad mood today. Let me let you know this. Like I'm in a snarky ass mood. So this is going to be brutal. Because this lady laughing here with her shitty ass face and her husband with his dumbass eyebrows took $64,000 from the government and just laugh all the way to the bank. And she has private teachers who teach her children. One of them's on maternity, so she just pulled her kids out of school. Her kids aren't even in school right now. Literally the worst type of parents.
I don't even know.
So we kind of wanted to share like a little bit of the journey. Kind of wanted to walk y'all through.
Get the alls.
Our journey and how.
Yeah, you said that twice in a row. Okay, stop.
This happened. Yes. So let's go all the way back to
the trailer. Just so you guys are aware too, Love Meg, and this isn't a shaming thing. She started out in this 900 square foot trailer, and this was the big thing. And all the people doing interviews with her are like, oh, she started out with nothing, now look where they are. They manifested the dream house and all this stuff. But she deleted all those videos where she came from. She doesn't now she's kind of ashamed that she came. Now she doesn't want everybody to know that she lived in a trailer. You know what I mean? And that to me makes it even worse because she's ashamed of it, which then means that people who do live that kind of life should be ashamed too. And that to me screams narcissistic a-hole. So, no.
That way y'all can get the full story. But when we bought our first house, it was very hard, stressful, difficult, all the bad emotions. It was not fun because we had very limited credit. We were just starting out. I think at that point, like, we had been married 3 years, but the only loan we had was your car loan. Yeah. That was it.
That's good. Don't go into massive amounts of debt.
And so we had very limited credit. It was all just very hard. And not only that, but everything that could have gone wrong went wrong with that. Oh, thank you. It was problems with the land, and problems with the surveys, and like, it was just every little thing that we had.
What does that have to do with your credit?
There was always like a setback to it. Yep. And I was just like, at the time we were also trying to have a baby too, and we were dealing with infertility, and
change your battery on your fire alarm.
It's so hard for us. Like, I hate that everything is so hard.
That's what she said.
Like magical stories of like people getting pregnant and it just being so easy, and people buying houses and it's so easy, and me and Justin are like,
never happened like that for us.
Yeah, like, why can't we have that? And
the world hates you, that's why. Are you kidding me? You're complaining about buying your first house that you did and eventually buy, and now you're manifesting your dream. You're really complaining about this right now? That it was hard to buy a house where most of the population can never do that. Cue sad music. Love Meg. You had to go through some struggles to buy a house when other people were doing it. Why can't it be so easy for me to buy a house with money? Finn, piss off. You kidding me right now? Don't make me bust out the tiny violin. Get lost.
So then my business took off, and it was a
YouTube channel.
Amazing, and we were making enough money, and we felt very comfortable trying to buy another house, especially in a gated neighborhood is what we wanted. And so we tried doing that and found out that we could not. And we decided to talk about it now because then I
have to say this. I tried to dismantle her video where she's talking about being a better wife, like the 5 tips or whatever. It was so boring. I didn't upload it. That's how bad it was. That's how boring. I couldn't even snark on her boringness. It was crazy. Ugh.
Want to talk about it because we were just getting a lot of questions.
Still in it.
Yeah, we were still in it, still in the emotions, and we were getting a lot of questions like, why are you renting? Why did you go from owning a house to renting? Like, this makes no sense whatsoever. And I didn't want to talk about it. Like, I was
hey, you have this public vlog, but you have fans who are interested in your life because you brought them into your life. You don't want to talk, oh, I don't want to talk about it. Like Bits of Bish in Hawaii. Well, we're going to talk about it. You know what? These people are the reason you can buy your dream house. You didn't manifest this shit. These people watched your boring shit. That's how you got your house. So you kind of owe it to them. So I don't care if you don't want to talk about it. You should. These are the reason. These people are literally the reason you have what you have. These YouTubers, these family vloggers often forget that. When shit hits the fan, when things go wrong, they're like, well, I don't know you shit. Except, yeah, you owe them everything. You literally owe them everything.
like, it's none of your business why, but.
Yep. It's only none of their business when you don't want that business out. But you'll put the rest of your business out. Your family, everything. You put all that business out. But not this business. Only select business can you see. Doesn't work that way.
Why? So I'll let you kind of share that.
It was mostly just because Megan's business was new. And
stop calling it a business. It's a YouTube channel.
So even though like the income was good and had been for, over a year, she'd been making money for a while, but the income was more than good for over a year and all that. It wasn't 2 years of good income, according to a mortgage agent or whatever. So
let me clarify.
You say something. Wait, let me say something. Shut up, beard, eyebrow, face.
By good, they mean around like 6 figures or around that. They don't mean like good as in like when I think a good income, I think like $50,000 where we live. Yeah. That's good income, But they wanted to see like 6 figures for 2 years.
Stop staring at the camera. Look into the camera. Chill.
And even though like we had our P&Ls and we had, you know, our monthly income statements and all that stuff, it still wasn't enough for them. Like they had to see that it was 2 years of tax returns of that good income. They needed to see like 2 years of good tax return.
You said that.
Filed and accepted and all that stuff. So we didn't have that. We didn't have the second one. We had one, and then we had all our P&Ls and everything, but that wasn't good enough whenever you're...
Okay, you said this 14 times. It wasn't good enough for the bank. We get it. Manifest this shit out of here.
Applying for a loan or a mortgage, so we had to wait on that second year.
Change your fire alarm battery. Holy shit.
Which is the one we filed, you know, this year.
Just now.
So that's, and that was really the only holdup with this house was just jumping over a few hoops. Obviously, with like the government shutdown and stuff, you know, they had to, you know, hit those deadlines and things. But that was the only
people watch this.
Only hiccups this time, and it wasn't even a hiccup. Nothing actually set us back. I wouldn't say. Like it was all just deadlines that we had. We had to make sure we were going to hit. You know. So even though we had like our P&L, our profit and loss statements, and our monthly income statements and stuff, we didn't have 2 good years.
Are you saying this again for real, dude? Whatever your name is, are you really saying this again? Again?
2 years of good tax returns was the only holdup. You know, because it hadn't been 2 years of.
Yeah, you said this 40 times already.
And so for that reason, we could not get approved for anything because they viewed the business as being too new to be a reliable source of income.
Yeah, and also our credit was still limited because at that time we had only had a house and a car and probably another car.
We only had a house and 2 cars on our list. Yeah, that's okay. Okay.
Everything else we just paid cash for. And during that time, they were like, wow, like everything looks great. You're making enough money monthly. Like this looks amazing. But because you don't have the 2 years of tax returns, we can't give you the loan. So in the meantime, we recommend trying to get some smaller loans so you can build your credit.
How does this have to do with manifesting your dream home and the law of attraction? Entrepreneur.
Everything just looks amazing when you're ready. So we tried to do that. We actually tried to finance my ring, and Justin...
This is after you're married. Why didn't you get another ring? Like maybe after 10 years? Have they been married for 10 years? I can see like a 10-year thing, but because you needed a what? You needed a fatter ring? For what? For clout? For what? What did you need? Why? Why do you need another one? What was wrong with the one you had earlier?
Was doing all of that because I knew nothing about it. And they told him no, they could only finance it for, it was like 10%
of what the ring was worth.
We literally had that money sitting in our bank account and more. And
is this the biggest effing flex you've ever heard? We had enough to pay for this $40,000 ring and way more, but we couldn't even get loans on shit. Oh my God, are you guys listening to this? And then they took like $65,000 from the government. They're literally sitting here flexing on how much money they have and how much they make. And they still took $65,000 that they didn't need. Didn't need it.
They were like, no, we can't finance this. And Justin was like, okay, I guess I'll just pay for it. So that's what we ran into for 2 years.
So he just, oh my God, because you really needed a $30,000 ring. I hate these people.
Because we are self-employed. We're technically...
Not we, you. You made him quit his shit.
And our business is a corporation. But we are the corporation. So
yeah, you pay yourselves. And I cannot believe the government didn't change the rules for the PPP loan. They didn't change anything. Why does this person need a PPP loan? Why did you need it, Love Meg? You don't change anything about it. COVID was better for you. Why are they just letting people who didn't need it take this damn loan? I hope they go to jail.
We're self-employed, and so newsflash to anyone who wants to be an entrepreneur or, you know, just self-employed, you're going to run into this. You are going to need 2 years worth of tax returns before you can get any loan.
Before they're going to take you seriously.
She can't stop staring at herself.
Yes, it doesn't matter how much money you're making a month. They don't care. They want those 2 years of tax returns.
I'm angry today. I don't like this. Like, it's making me icky.
That are probably going to be 6 figures. So anyway, here's where the story gets fun.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it gets fun.
So Julie, like a few months before the end of the year, Julie had this like obsession with making wishes at 11:11. Like I kind of...
Who the hell's Julie?
her about like, oh, it's 11/11, make a wish, you get to make a wish. And so she would always wish for like icy powers, like Elsa.
Oh, it's her daughter maybe? Okay.
Like every time. And she would always make me make a wish with her.
Stop you right there, Love Meg. Are you about to tell me that you made 11/11 wishes for a new house and then that's how it manifested? Are you about to tell me that? Are you really about to tell me that? If she tells me that, it's on.
And so I closed my eyes and I would pray because I'm like, those are wishes to me. Like I'm praying, you know?
You're praying for things like a brand new house that you can afford, but you can't afford because the bank's like, we don't have, you've got to be shitting me right now. You've got to be shitting me right now.
Like I'm talking to God.
Yeah, God's like, no, thanks. I don't listen to people who exploit their children. Thanks, though.
Because I mean business.
Yeah, and get those icy powers.
No, I hate this.
Oh, every time. I'm not kidding. There was not one time that I did not wish for this during this time. And
You gotta be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me.
she still does this.
Yeah.
But every time I wish for an easy house buying process because...
Dear Lord, there are starving kids all over the world and things that we can help with and do things. But, you know, my prayer today is that my next house is easy to buy. Lord, are you listening? God's sitting there like this. Excuse me? I know that God loves her, yes. But this is, like, if... This personally offends me. Like, you're telling people, probably... People think you're a Christian and you're not, that you're praying to God for a good home. And now when they do that and pray for a good home experience, buying whatever, even just be able to get something or pay the rent, buy groceries, and they don't get that, what are you telling them? God loves you more? I hate this. I hate it. And here's the title, How I Manifested My Dream House. If she's about to say, because I prayed to God and then God gave it to me, that she's taking credit for this, oh my God, there's so many things wrong with this, I don't even know where to begin.
I wanted it, and I don't want to cry, but I wanted it to be magical.
Oh my God, you gotta be kidding me right now. I'm gonna cry because I wanted it to be magical as I look at look at me in the camera.
I never had that.
You poor baby, I'm fucking busting out this. Love Meg, you never had a home buying experience that was magical? Hello, hair. Finn, I am disgusted that this is her problems. She didn't have a magical home buying experience, and that is what she's praying for. She's crying for that. These are her problems. How do you still have fans? How do people watch this and they're like, yeah, Love Meg. I would love to read the comments in this video. Maybe I'll go and be like, yeah, we're here for you. You get out of here with this bullshit. Oh man, this stuff, of all the family vlogging stuff that like gets me, this stuff gets me the most. This stuff hits me here because 99.9% of their fans could never do anything that they do. And it's all because of their fans that they get to do this. And it becomes about them, and I manifested this, I did this. No, you didn't do shit, lady, you clean.
So I was determined to make this easy. So hang on a minute, let me like...
Yeah, compose your shit. Compose it. Why do girls do this when they say, I'm going to compose? Does this compose shit? Does this pull shit out? Compose. Compose. F. I'm angry today.
Sure. Because I am not going to cry through this whole...
Keep staring at yourself in the thing. Just keep doing it. That helps.
So anyway, that was my wish every time. And then in the back of my head, I still didn't believe it. I think it was because of everything that we had gone through. And it was just like, yeah, you can wish for this, but it's still going to be hard.
That's what she said.
Because it's always been hard. And
That's what she said.
everyone says like, well, you're buying a house, like it's going to be stressful.
Yeah.
And so I was like expecting it.
That's what she said.
I didn't want it, but I was expecting it.
That's what she said.
And it wasn't until we were driving down here to look at the houses, and we looked at 10 houses.
Is she about to say, I knew before pulling up to this house this was it, and that God was going to manifest this house into my pocket?
Day. And we were 5 minutes away from this house. This was the first house we looked at. And we were 5 minutes away, and there was just like something in my head. Like I know it was God. It was the Holy Spirit telling me, what makes you think this is going to be easy if you keep thinking this is going to be hard?
God, please let me buy my gated mansion. Oh yeah, that's my priority. Give me a break. People who think this way bother me as Christians. They're like, God wants you to be rich and wealthy and have everything you want. No, that's not it. Get stuff, but be generous. Love Meg is not generous.
Like, don't expect it to be easy if you keep convincing yourself that it has to be hard.
That's what she said.
So.
Because you don't believe it.
Yeah, I did.
Oh my God. What is happening?
I didn't
fully believe it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Beard.
So I had to.
He doesn't like her. I can tell.
Snap myself out of it. In that moment, I was like, I'm about to be at a house, to look at a house. I have got to snap out of it. I want to walk in this house and feel like it's going to be easy.
Change your batteries!
And so from that moment forward, I was just like, no, this is going to be easy. This is going to be a magical experience. I'm going to get the house I want and everything. And here we are.
Yeah. And then it just happened. We walked in and the house was ours. I manifested that shit. She's literally saying how I manifested my dream house, law of attraction. That's bullshit. Then she said the Holy Spirit did it. Which one was it, Love Meg? God or you? You narcissistic person?
And it was.
Not even the neighborhood we were looking at before we came down here.
Yeah.
Wasn't the town we were looking at being in, but we came here and it was the first house we saw. And we knew, like we walked through this house because we said before we got here, we're like, if there's anything we don't like or we do like we need to write them down because we knew we were looking at a bunch of houses.
Yeah.
And it's like we walked through and everything about it was what we were looking for.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and every house we looked at after that was just like, no, I can't even compare. And I feel like that was like my first like sign from God telling me,
It wasn't a sign from God. Okay? It wasn't. It wasn't.
Do this.
Want a sign of God? Go do something good for other people.
Be easy. Like I don't want to say this. Like God literally put this right in front of us. And was like, here, you don't have to look anymore. Like
But you said you did go look anymore. If you were confident that God put it in front of you and said, don't look anymore, why'd you go look anymore? You evil little faith. Bullshit. I hate when people use Christianity for this. They're such privileged people. Insanely privileged. And they're like, well, God loves me. What about those people who are poor and are believers in God? Does God not love them? Stop talking about this and like I get giving God credit for all the cool things happen in your life, but you give God credit for when you mess up the muffins and shit? No, I don't think so. Like, I just don't like it. On the whole, it's icky. Do you know what I mean? It's icky.
we're going to make this as easy as possible.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
So, but we did continue to look for the rest of, we looked the rest of the.
But God put it in front of your eyeballs and you said it was all there for you. All you and your alls.
And then a little bit the next day.
And one crazy thing was when we came down here, we actually had like 2 other houses that we really liked.
Oh, yeah.
From looking at them. And the whole day, we're like, can't wait to see those houses, can't wait to see those houses. We saw this house first and we said, okay, the other houses might have a pretty strong contender here. And then when we got to the other ones, they were the last 2 we looked at that day. We walked through them and we're like, these aren't it.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my God, your problems. Oh my gosh, thanks for this amazing story.
in our head all day long, they were the 2 that we were going to have to choose between, you know? And it's like when we got to those houses, it was like,
it's a miracle. It's a miracle from God that you're shopping for massive houses, gated communities. And it was like, we were thinking all this time it was going to be these other 2 amazing giant ass houses. And this whole time it was this amazing giant ass house. Like, amazing, right? Like, incredible. Like, I just can't even believe the story of our, like, it's just, you know, can you guys relate? No, you can't. No, because you're peasants. Off.
No, these aren't it. I mean, it was like obvious to us as soon as we walked in. We're like, man, it was the first house. It was the first one we saw today.
You know, it's a miracle. It's the first house you saw. Sure.
Yeah, and I think it was even easier than that because even when we pulled into this town, like we were actually, this was, how many houses did we look at here? Like five houses here maybe. In Puller. But
tell everybody where you live, you dumbass.
When we were actually wanting to live in a different town. And whenever we pulled into this town, like got off the interstate and saw the town, we were like...
Not Saul.
Like our jaws were dropping. We were like, yes, this is us. This is where we should live.
Oh my God.
And I know y'all are probably thinking, was this your first time? Yeah, this was our first time in this town.
No one's thinking that. No one gives a shit. No one cares at all. This big giant ass flex video that you just did. Look how, this is the problem that she's had, okay? You know, the first house was so hard that we rented and her fans were like, why are you renting? And I was like, none of your damn business. And then we went, I prayed to God at 11:11 to make this next house a miracle. And then I wasn't thinking it's a miracle. Then God said, hey, it's a miracle. Think it's a miracle. And I was like, it's a miracle. And then the first house we walked in was like, here it is. And then the other house was shit. Holy shit, right? I'm not the only thinking, you put this on the internet. You put this on the internet.
Like when we came to look for houses, this was our first time here. But
no one cares.
Obviously we had been to Savannah before, but never the towns around Savannah. But we did a little research and we thought, you know, we wanted to live in another town, but really this town is just 100% us. So
is the town narcissistic? Can the town not make muffins? Does the town have mirror furniture that's clean when you wash it already? Yeah, so that's weird. Your town's dumb then.
It's like everything just kind of like fell into place.
Pooler George is like, no, we don't claim these people. That's not what this town's about. Please come visit. Don't worry about them. No. They're just like, they're on a day pass and stuff. Don't.
And there were definitely things through this house buying process that could have been a hiccup.
Were they a hiccup though? Or because God said it was going to be a miracle that there wasn't a hiccup? I can't wait to hear this.
It could have been hard.
That's what she said.
But I already had it set in my mind that this is going to be easy and I'm not going to stress out. Like when we were in Cancun.
Oh, these things are going to be hard, but I'm not going to stress out. Remember when we were in Cancun? Oh my God.
Justin was like trying to get all of the tax stuff finalized because we were on a deadline. Like everything had to be finalized.
You're on a deadline, you go to Cancun? Smart planning.
For us to stay under contract with this house. And Justin's like, were you stressed about it?
Maybe a little bit.
Oh, so it wasn't perfect. Oh, God wasn't there. He has forsaketh thee. Get lost. This is such bullshit. Where's the manifestation and the law of attraction part?
Not too much, but I was a little bit, just knowing what all had to be done and when it had to be done by.
Oh yeah, not too much. The guy lost half his hair. He's stressed.
Yeah, and I
don't care. I've bought 4 houses in my lifetime. That's always stressful. There's never a moment it's not stressful. So I don't get this video. This is so stupid to me.
I was just like, no. This is my house, this is going to be easy, and I just like threw my hands up and I was just like, no, like, and it's just been the craziest, most magical process.
Yeah.
And it's really taught me a lesson. Like next time I really want something, I have to believe that it's going to be easy. Like,
don't listen to Love Meg in this advice whatsoever, okay? This is the stupidest advice you give to people. You had a great experience, that's great. It's not because of anything you did. Just got lucky. Don't be stupid.
I can't think to myself that, you know, this is going to be hard.
That's what she said.
You know, because
there are so many that's what she says in this video, it's mind-blowing.
In the past, things like this have been hard.
That's what she said.
No, like, there's always a first time.
That's what she said.
There's always a time for it to be easy.
That's what she said.
And that really, like, taught me something, so.
Oh my God.
This vlog is going to be super long now because we've just talked forever, but that is
and super boring and shitty.
something that I just like really wanted to share with you guys because I feel like it could be really helpful to y'all as well. Like if you're praying for something right now, but in the back of your mind you're still thinking, I'm not going to get it, or it's going to be hard, and
That's what she said.
I'm going to have to go through hell to get it. It doesn't have to be like that. And
Stop using Christianity as like a bank account where it's like the things that you want, God is only there to give you the things to manifest the things that you want. This is what's wrong with modern Christianity, everybody. This is what's wrong with wealth and prosperity ministry. This is what's wrong with all this, is that that's what they've been taught to believe. God wants you to be wealthy and healthy and happy and have all the shit and go to Cancun and not have any stress. Did you know that if you just thought it's going to be amazing, it will be amazing? What happens when they do that and it doesn't work for them? Like she had a good experience and that's great. You didn't do shit.
thing that will...
Sounds like he just passed it off to dude over here and he's the one that's stressed out about it. That's what it sounds like. Sounds like he didn't get laid for the whole time you guys are trying to buy your other house and he's like, I ain't doing that again. And then secretly in the back end was doing all this shit because he needs to get the thing wet, you know? Like he's probably the one that's, you know, has a heart condition now.
Change that is believing.
People say you'll see it when you believe it, you know?
Yeah.
Who says that? No, nobody says that.
And if you don't,
You'll see it when you believe it? What? No? What? Who says that?
if you don't believe it, it's not
Yeah.
gonna work out for you.
Yeah.
You know?
Thanks, Joel Osteen's younger shitty brother.
You have to believe it and just trust that God.
I'm gonna believe that you need to get your eyebrows did. Believing. Ready? Nope. So you're wrong.
Do it, you know?
Yeah. And just throw your hands up. Like, that is literally what it's all about. Just pray about it, believe it, throw your hands up, and...
My hands are up! Nothing's happening.
And that's how it becomes magical. And obviously,
amazing.
we do that now. And did not always see it that way. We always thought, like...
Love Meg does not do the things he likes. Just saying.
work and, you know, like, everything has to be hard.
Make it happen.
Yeah, and now we realize it's more about believing and faith than it is about hard work and stressing out, you know, and putting in the extra work. Like, it doesn't have to be like that. It just, you have to...
This is the shittiest advice. No one take this advice. Okay? Nobody. When this advice comes, be like, no, thank you.
believe and don't get stressed out.
Thanks. Hey, Love Meg, how do I not get stressed out? Here's my advice to you. Don't. Holy shit. The heavens have opened. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Just don't. Oh my God, so simple yet so stupid.
I hope you guys enjoyed today's vlog.
Nobody did.
Even though it was more of a sit down, it was just easy for us to do this because
you spout bullshit for an hour like you do in all your other videos?
things are crazy right now.
Yeah.
And also, I wanted to share that with y'all because I think it's going to be something to help y'all, but also something for me to look back on to help me. Because we can
Just staring at yourself.
always fall back into bad habits. I know I do all the time. I fall back into my bad habits. I preach stuff like this to y'all. And I say things like this to, you know, all of my friends when they're having bad days, and then I'll fall back into the bad habit too. It happens to everybody. So this will be a nice reminder for me to watch this over sometimes when I feel like something might be stressful. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave this video
Thanks for this guy talking 3 words to the whole video. I appreciate it. So it's...
a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
Nope.
And I'll see y'all in the next one.
No.
Bye.
Guys, if you think that Love Meg is a Christian, think again. You exploit your children online. You cannot be. That's my argument. For a video with 130,000 views, 690 comments, shit's been deleted. 100%. I get 700 comments on a video with like 20,000 likes, so they definitely went through that video and were like, kill all the negative ones. Oh, Love me. Here's the reason I think this is so disgusting. It's because she's talking about how he manifests all this stuff and me, I. She's so narcissistic, even though it's like she wanted to like give God credit, but in the end took all the credit for herself. Like, yeah, I just was smart enough to ask God for those things, so it was me, right? And then they're smart enough to use the PPP loans up to $65,000 to put in their own pockets and just walk away and then go on vacations and buy shit for their house. The thing with the PPP loans is they did not need it. The loans were made for people who needed it, who were literally going to shut their doors in their businesses to pay people to keep them employed. They employ themselves. They pay themselves. They literally just took money and put it in their pockets. Everybody who took a second PPP loan, I'm coming for you too. Okay? And we're going to redo the other PPP loan video because why not? Because they shut me down because they thought I was a bully about it. I don't care. If you keep taking money from the government after, did you not learn from the first ratio you got, Love Meg? Eventually something's going to give. People are going to start hearing this and be like, okay, I'm done with this lady. I am done with this lady. Like, gross what she has done. Okay? There's a guy who did a podcast with them and he got so many negative comments by doing a podcast with them that he had to delete all the comments. That's how crazy this is. They're now like, family vloggers are becoming like, if you want to interview them or put them on the internet elsewhere, people are starting to attack and be like, nope, don't do family vlogger. There are so many family vloggers right now that are taking a step back. KK and Baby J are said, no more family vlogging. There's another big one. No more family vlogging. This is starting to happen and it's awesome. But Douche over here took a PPP loan ×2 when she didn't need it both times. Okay? Talks about how she makes more than 6 figures a year cleaning her house in her underwear. Okay? And that's, how did that affect you during COVID? It didn't. More people watched YouTube during COVID than they ever have before. You likely made way more money than you ever made before, and you still took this free money because you are gross. You are nasty, and you're sitting here in this video claiming to be a Christian when you take money that you did not deserve, that you did not need from people who needed it more than you. That is literally what Jesus told you not to do. But you're up here sitting here in your high horse thinking about, look how amazing my house is. I don't like Love Meg. No, neither do you guys. Gross. But that's what it is. And we're not going to stop snarking. Hopefully. Her videos are so boring. But everybody, please head over to Instagram and like me on there. That is how this channel grows. That's how my voice grows. Let's hold these people accountable. Okay? We've got to start figuring out how we're going to do that. Advertisements is likely where we're going to go. But head over to the problem with family vloggers -- the DCP to get on board with what we're doing over there. We're doing a lot of talking about how we're going to continue on to the next step here, what we're going to do, how we're going to target advertisers and things like that to say we're not going to buy things that you're advertising with family vloggers. Not happening. And specifically people who took PPP loans when they didn't need it. That's disgusting. This one has triggered so many people into hating other people for taking money they didn't need in their high horse in their giant ass gated community house. They didn't need the money and they took it. Where there's poor people all over the world who needed this, and poor business people that shut their doors during COVID forever, lost everything, while these people who didn't need it took it because it was there. Gross. And they need to be held accountable in the court of public opinion at this point. And that's all they have, because what they've done is legal, because your government made it legal. Your government doesn't give a shit. It's crazy. So take a deep breath, because I need one too. Say this with me. She's dumb. And you're awesome. And valuable and amazing, and I love you, and thank God summer's on its way. We're gonna have some firesides and do a lot of cool stuff, but I want to say thank you for watching this. Thank you for helping my voice get bigger, so when I do videos like this it gets more traction, because they need to be held accountable. That is disgusting what she's done. So I know I was super angry today. Weird day. Anyway, stay tuned. We're gonna do some James Charles stuff. We're doing Sam Mania this week. Lots of stuff coming soon. Oh yeah, it's going to be crazy, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow.